All right, right back here at the Seth Williams Show with Chris Aiken, CMS Network, CMS TV.
.net.
What?
.net.
CMSTV.net. Sorry.
That's right.
Rumble. Make sure you're going to Rumble and TheSethWilliamsShow.com. TheSethWilliamsShow.com.
Yes. Good
All right,
places
so
to
came out. What?
I said good places to watch the show.
Anywhere is a good place to watch the show.
That's right. Except YouTube.
Keep the faith. We are a red state, and I believe that we will prevail. I hope so.
I hope
you're right, Sandy. But the vote no money has been coming in from all over the country, and they are doing their best to confuse the hell out of people. And I think they've done a pretty good job of confusing people. And so I think this is going to be a tough,
closer vote
battle,
right,
to win. And I think it's going to be tough, but we'll see. Hopefully, people listen to the. I changed my view as well. Abortion issue may not be on ballot due to not changing any specific law. This is not about changing laws, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
This is about changing the Constitution.
Yeah.
Now, I don't understand it fully, but again, I've been listening a lot more than I was before, and so I'm catching on a little bit, but I do understand that it is really important. Another really important thing that I want to bring up, I do want to talk about the aliens, but another really big thing I want to bring up, whiskers and wine.
Yeah, can't wait. Did you sign me up?
I did not.
Come on, man.
It's a bar, whatever you want to call it, in the Kenmore area of Akron.
Yes.
Is having a drag queen hour. Story time, if you will.
At a bar.
For everybody, including your children.
That's right.
And that is happening, I believe, on Friday. I know that there is a protest against it that is going to be going on that day. So if you are so inclined, you can take off of work, or if you're not working on Friday, go Whiskers and Wine, Kenmore area of Akron. They want to change your children. Yeah. They want to read stories to them. Drag queens do. They want you to. I think they're going to have a coloring contest for children as well. So
fantastic!
It's a family event at the Whiskers and Wine bar. Oh, by the way, for kids, they said it's going to be PG. Now, if I remember correctly, things that are good for kids would be a G rating.
Yeah.
PG. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to mean. I'm sure there's going to be. Oh, is that the? Oh,
that's the owner, I think.
Oh, look at that.
That's Nicole Farrell and Winnie, the cat on the Whiskers and Wine logo.
Well, Winnie's cute.
They posed for that photo on Monday.
Look how sweet.
Isn't that something?
Now they'll be posing with their children with drag.
Yeah, can't wait.
So,
says, wanting to draw an Akron younger crowd, Whiskers and Wine will have day passes available for co-working, discounts for college students, and a loyalty program. It will offer special events such as Dungeons and Dragons with Cats and children-friendly events like Drag Storytime with Cats Monthly.
Oh, boy.
In addition, the space will be available to rent during off hours. So there you go. Monthly drag story.
For children.
Yes.
Drag story time.
That's children-friendly event, by the way.
Oh, that's a children-friendly event. The drag queen story time.
Yeah. Let me read the sentence again. It will offer special events such as Dungeons and Dragons with Cats and children-friendly events like Drag Story Time with Cats monthly. How sweet. We are just doomed.
We are doomed. As a society, it's over. To quote the great one, I'm living in a world I don't understand, because he would be losing his freaking mind.
Oh my
with this kind of stuff that's going on now. Seth, you teaching math now, but I could do a better job than the people of Akron.
Yeah,
maybe I'll go and record it. Scott, go for it. Send me the video, please.
Yeah, we'll air it here if you do.
Man, Kenmore has really changed. Look, this is something, man. between Barbie and this, please don't go off the edge. How can you not go off the edge? Look, man, I'm again lucky to have a daughter that is smart and funny and stuff like that, and so I think she has a decent head on her shoulders. There's stuff I don't agree with, but I could not see myself when she was a lot younger taking her to the drag queen story time at the Wine and Whiskers bar.
Yeah, why not?
But does it include free drinks for the children too? Is that what's next? I mean, do they get a taste of the wine?
You don't want to even know where I think they could drink from.
I'm not trying to I would never make fun of her and her look and stuff. The cat is adorable. I love the cat.
Yeah. She looks the part. I'll say it. She looks the part for offering drag to kids. Not saying she looks like a drag queen or anything, but I'm saying she looks like the type of person that would be pro for that. You don't think so?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't know. I mean, can you read that line again? What are they going to have on family?
It will offer special events such as Dungeons and Dragons with cats and children-friendly events like Drag Story Time with Cats monthly.
Drag Story Time with Cats. So you suck in the children with the pretty little, cute little cats, and then you have drag queens, men dressed as women, confusing the shit out of your children and reading stories to them.
I wonder where they'll get the piece of yarn that they'll drag around the floor for the cats.
Do they offer puberty blockers with their wine?
Here, kid, drink this.
They have like a candy dish with puberty blockers in them, so we can start changing them right away.
Hey, kid, do you want to play with my bag of yarn?
Do the cats play Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, they have cat Dungeons and Dragons too. I don't know how. If you roll 36, you have to battle a kitten or something. I don't know. I don't know much about Dungeons and Dragons, but
why is there a cat in drag?
Well, it is.
It is. That's a girl cat with a blue bow.
That's right.
Confusing the shit out of the cats now too.
Yeah, that cat identifies as a dog.
It does. But there is a protest going on Friday for this Whiskers and Wine event. So if you are, again, so inclined, go protest.
Yeah. And I'm sure there'll be one asshole out there with a swastika so that they can say, see, the only people against this are white supremacists.
You're absolutely correct.
You know, when the reality is even white supremacists don't have to have every idea be wrong.
And where's the news on something like this? The news you would care about children back in the day. Now it's not. Now it looks at if you say anything bad about this event, we're most likely going to get banned on YouTube for saying that.
Oh, absolutely. Everything we've said for the last 15 minutes is not allowed on YouTube.
I mean, but where is the local media? Where's the local media to say, all right, this isn't right, man?
Yeah, well, they won't. They'll wait till the white supremacist shows up at this thing going, don't let your kid go to this. And they'll be like, see, only Nazis are against trans cat stories or whatever.
Racist.
Yeah. Only the racists want to stop it. And they'll interview the most skinhead guy with a swastika tattooed on his head.
Who's got 3 teeth in his head. Yeah.
Right. That's the guy that they will interview for this story. You watch and learn, people. When is this event? Tomorrow?
Friday, I think.
Friday.
I think.
You watch. Yeah. For those of you that watch local news, I challenge all of you to watch the coverage that this gets and see if it is at all. I don't even want to say biased. See if it is at all fair. See if it says, well, these people had their ideas and these people had their ideas. Or if it is, These poor innocent people just wanted to do something beautiful for children, and these Nazis showed up and ruined the day.
Now, one, I don't think they're going to cover it at all because.
Oh, I do. They'll have to cover it because if
Really?
if the protest has anybody with a Nazi flag, they'll cover it.
But I don't know if I think that the people that I've talked to that are organizing this protest are Christian groups that are out there to support families and that sort of thing and protect children.
Well, hold on. I'm going to stop you right there. The ones that are publicly announcing the protests.
Yeah.
Nazis, the Klan guys or the fake Klan guys or whatever those guys are, they're not real big on announcing where they're going.
That's a good point.
They just show up to things. They showed up at what was that one, 3 months ago or whatever on some farm somewhere? And then they showed up in droves.
Yeah.
It was somewhere like Oberlin or somewhere. I forget where it was, but it was like they were having drag story time at some farm somewhere, and like 100 Klansmen showed up for the thing.
And half the time those aren't even actual.
No.
Those are paid protesters to go out there and create shit.
To go out there and make it look like it's something that it's not.
Right. Bought and paid for by national media controllers, Seth locals, get the marching orders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's sad. It's sad that there's not an actual legitimate news organizations. I don't mean to sound like Trump or something like that, but it really is kind of sad that. Remember back in the day when we used to trust the news? I mean, maybe we were just fooled and blinded by it.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember back in the day watching local news and even national news, and back when you only had 3 or 4 stations to watch it on,
right?
And you trusted it. That was where you got your information from.
Yeah. Well,
why'd you get rid of her? I was really happy looking at her.
You want me to put her back? I can bring her back up.
If you could screenshot it and just send it to me via email so I can look at her all night long. I'll put a poster of her on my ceiling.
Yeah. Dude, as far as the news goes, I didn't mean to put that up, but okay, it's funny.
I put it up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I thought I bumped my mouse, but no, dude. If you are I'm a big history buff, and I love one of the few things I'll actually give YouTube a bunch of credit for is if anything happened in history on TV, it's on there. Everything.
Yeah.
Like literally every minute of news coverage of the JFK assassination is up there on YouTube. Every minute of 9/11 on 400 different channels is up there. Like it's all up there to watch. And if you watch the JFK coverage, if you watch the classic, the Walter Cronkite, Dan Rather coverage, nobody's offering an opinion. And we all know that Dan Rather is a lefty, if ever there was one.
Yeah.
But if you watch the coverage is there was a gunman and he shot the president and the president is injured and we've just gotten 3 forms of confirmation the president is dead. And there's no talk in the hundreds of hours of coverage about, those right-wingers gunned down the president. If it was CNN and it happened to somebody like Trump, they'd have a panel of people saying, how, this was his fault that it happened. We'd have been hearing about November 22nd the same way we hear about January 6th. Yeah. But oops, I mentioned that. I guess we're really going to get banned from... Scott wants to make up for everything there. Okay.
Oh my God. Staples actually sells staples.
Scott wasn't feeling good after hearing about the Kenmore Akron thing, so he wanted to. Yeah, well, this is a good question. But were they lying to us about way back then? I don't know, maybe, but it seemed more legit. Now everybody has an opinion. Yeah. Even local news has an agenda, and you can tell it the second you turn it on. Yeah, I don't think that the media was as big a part of the playing field back then. No. They didn't realize how powerful it was at that point. No. I think they did after JFK. Like I definitely think the media had some, and again, I don't want to turn this into a whole, a guaranteed ban on YouTube, but I think if you watch the difference in coverage between JFK
and 9/11, you see a completely different kind of reporting. Completely. Much more in, they all say the same things on 9/11. Where on JFK Day, I mean, they were absolutely pulling people off the street on JFK Day. Hey, here's some guy and his wife that heard a bullet and laid on the ground. Here's this lady that took a picture. Here's this guy that thought he heard something from the grassy knoll. Here's this guy that thought he heard it from the overpass. They interviewed anybody that would talk about it then. You didn't see that on 9/11.
No, but and again, as far as what Jim said, I don't know if they were lying to us the same as they are now. Now it's almost obvious when they're doing it. But I turn on, I don't really watch a lot of local news because I get everything on my phone, so it's really easy to get updates and that kind of stuff from just getting headlines on the phone. But the little local news, I've never watched some of these people. They're just ridiculous. They started paying local news talent the way that they pay radio people,
right?
And you could tell because the talent is just not there. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. So not only are the stories bad, but the coverage is bad.
Yeah.
Back when like Dan Solomon ran Channel 19 and Triv was doing it, that was a well-oiled newsroom, and it was a machine of a TV station that knew how to do news, was everywhere when you wanted them to be there, and it was good. Now local news is a joke.
Dude, let me tell you.
Like Holly Strano and Betsy Kling, who I love, should watch their backs because all they're going to do is hire some young hot chick to replace them and pay them a quarter of what they're getting paid to stand in front of a green screen and go, hey, look, it's going to be nice today.
It's going to be hard to put somebody hotter than Holly in front of the screen.
I know.
Jeez.
I had dinner with her one night at Kozar's at the MGM.
Yeah.
And oh my God, dude, she showed up in this little dress. It was like,
when she first got onto Facebook, I think it was, she used to post pictures of herself like working out and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow.
I'm a big fan, but I asked her to come on the show and she never responded. So
she's a good looking girl, that's for sure. But no, dude, you're gonna laugh at this. This is just a quick funny story. So if you have Peacock or Paramount or whatever, those channels, they base your local channels based on your IP address. And for some reason, my IP address when I got the newer internet, the FiOS or the fiber internet, it for some reason the IP address was weird and it was showing me Columbus channels. And the reason I bring this up is because I don't watch local news very much, but I would pop in from time to time just to see if anything was going on. The stuff is so bland and so opinionated or opinion based. It was probably 2 months before I realized I wasn't even watching Cleveland news. I just was like, I was like, oh, where's that town? I'm not sure I know where that is. They'd be like, hey, we're here in Jiggletown. And I'd be like, I don't know where that is. Is that must be by Euclid or something, somewhere I don't go a lot. I just didn't know. And I mean, how scary is that when you're watching your local news and it is so cookie cutter that you literally can't tell if they're talking about your own city or not. Yeah. Sad.
All right. You're right, Jim. I said I was going to talk about aliens. We got to talk about the aliens. Let's take our last break and then we'll talk about aliens for Jim.
All right, cool.
Because I'm fascinated by this, and I don't know why nobody else is. So, hang on.
Are you looking for a way to support the Seth Williams Show? Get your Seth Williams Show merchandise today. From coffee mugs to clothing and everything in between, our high-quality merch is the perfect way for you to not only support the show, but show everyone what is the greatest show going today. Just go to shop.thesethwilliamsshow.com now, shop around, and buy some great merchandise from the Seth Williams Show. Shop today.
Here at the Seth Williams Show with Chris Aiken, live on the CMS Network, cmstv.net, Rumble, thesethwilliamsshow.com, and everywhere else that podcasts are.
That's right.
Available. A couple quick things. Don't forget to Robin Swoboda will be on Wednesday. Robin Swoboda will be on Wednesday.
Very cool.
Looking forward to talking to Robin. Robin is one of the greatest people of all time. icon in this town. Robin Swoboda will join us Wednesday afternoon.
Very
Looking
good.
forward to her. And Bob France. Bob France will be joining us in the next, I'd say, within the next 2 weeks, he'll be on. Talking to him this morning about it, and he actually said he would like to come on. So looking forward to having Bob on. We can talk about my joining that radio station, his time there, Issue 1, and a whole bunch of different things. Also going to try to get somebody on to talk about Issue 1 and the next show or two before the special vote next Tuesday. So that'll happen. Don't forget there is a rally, if you will, happening tonight. Going to be informative with Bob France, Frank LaRose, Bernie Moreno, I believe, is going to be there, and a whole bunch of other people talking about Issue 1 in Brecksville.
Cool.
So check that out. Starts at 7 o'clock tonight.
Very cool. And I actually I just got to confirm right now for Monday, so we're going to have to definitely coordinate our schedules, but I got a band you'll love. Right. It's kind of that 90s sound.
Yeah.
But it's made up, and I'm not going to tell their name yet, but it's made up of all military guys.
Really?
So we will do some military guys celebrating, as well as a kick-ass band in the music style that you like. So
okay, cool. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So
and that's Monday?
That is Monday.
Awesome. Good stuff. So a lot of good shows coming up.
That's right.
And Sandy was yelling at me for yawning. Look, I had to work until like 12:30 last night at the radio station, training and doing all this other stuff that I'm doing over there.
Yeah.
And then I had to be back at the radio station at like 8:30. So by the time I got home, it was after 1, and then by the time I actually fell asleep, it was like 2, and then I was up at 7 getting ready to go into the station this morning, and then coming back here for the show.
Right.
So
you're tired, and you're not even going to bed when you're done here, right?
No, I'm going out dashing after this.
So you're probably going to go all the way till what, 10, 11 o'clock at
minimum? Look, I went from having, and then you got to remember that I went from having literally no work and laying in a wheelchair for, a year and a half to doing everything. And so it's good. I'm not bitching about it by any means, but I am a little tired. So.
And then I start texting you about 11:30 just to keep you awake longer.
Yeah. No, it's good though. I mean, I like when we talk about show stuff and fun stuff. I won't forget Robin Swoboda on Wednesday. All right, aliens.
Yes.
I played the clip earlier. It's a long clip, so I'm not going to play it again. But they had a whole hearing about aliens, and they have a whistleblower. That seems to be the new term of 2023. You know how they have terms for like all these different years.
Sure.
The 2023 term of the year is whistleblower.
Right.
And they have a whistleblower or two that have come out and said that aliens are in fact real. The government knows. There it is. That is actual footage.
Yes.
Of Joe Biden
sniffing an
alien. 51 sniffing the alien that they found in the crash.
That's right. There he is.
Well, at least he doesn't discriminate.
No.
Little girls and aliens.
That's right. He'll sniff anybody.
All right, so I don't understand though what is going on because it doesn't seem to be that big of a story. They've confirmed basically that aliens are real, that we've known about it for years. There's pilots, not only Air Force pilots, but commercial pilots that have come forward and said, yes, we've seen these things. They have said that the government has actual beings that they found, along with a crashed aircraft, and even the alien is scared. Yes, but it doesn't seem to be that big of a story. Now, we talked to that Chuck Zukowski, the alien guy,
UFO
months ago, and I asked him. I remember saying, "Do you think that the country is ready for aliens and for us to say yes, they're here?" And he's like, "No, we go into like a panic, and obviously not. Nobody seems to give a shit. The media doesn't care unless it's diversion once again."
Well, and this is the problem. Where is the media in the daily press brief busting on what's her name about the story? The media's pretending it didn't happen,
right?
And that's the real problem here. It's not. As much as I want to blame Puddinhead, President Puddinhead, the reality is it's the media that's not asking the questions.
Why? Why aren't they asking the questions? Why is this not? You would think, say 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that, the Hunter Biden thing is going on and we want to throw Trump in jail. And that seems to be the left and media's big story is, another 10 charges on Trump and he's going to go to jail and not going to be able to run for president. Mm-hmm. We might have a president behind bars.
Yeah.
If things keep going the way that it's going. And so, the media seems to be focused on that stuff. But you're talking about aliens. You're talking about another life form that are coming down here. And why are they coming here? And we don't know. We don't know anything about it. And it doesn't seem to be even a little bit of a blip on the radar of stories.
Okay. Couple things out of what you just said. You assume that we don't know. Maybe we do, and that's why it's not a story. And they're putting the kibosh on the story. And now I'm going to go all completely conspiratorial here. So banned right away. Maybe it's not time for it yet. Maybe they realize that nobody will play nice when they try to launch the next pandemic. So they're going to launch the alien-demic, where you need to stay in and protect yourself because we don't know where the aliens are going to come from.
I mean, I guess it could be a theory of, that they know that something could happen. I mean, look, these sightings have been happening for a long time.
Yeah.
It's not like they just happened yesterday and all of a sudden aliens are coming down here to destroy the Earth. Unless we have some sort of, log of chat. Do they have a chat room for aliens where they said that they're going to...
Well, you don't know that we don't, though. That's the thing, is you don't know. I mean, look, they built Area 50.
Again, going back to the LeBron school, not one kid could pass an entire math test, but there's not one media member and not one that's going to say, hey, look, what's going on here? There's aliens all of a sudden. What's actually going to happen?
Well, but here's my 2 cents. And again, this is 100% talking out my ass. I don't have any knowledge. I don't have any even reason to have this theory. It's just a thought. We've had Area 51 for how long?
A long time.
75 years or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else in 75 years, a long window, that we've had money allocated to research and development of, that we've had zero progress on, like UFOs?
Yeah, well, even in that clip that I played, even one of the whistleblowers said they've tried reverse engineering some of the technology and they haven't been able to do it. Obviously, these aliens are a lot smarter than we are.
Yeah. But maybe, just maybe, and again, conspiracy 101 here, maybe we've already communicated with them. Maybe we've already come to some sort of an arrangement. Maybe there's something already that's in place and we let them mutilate cows because it feeds their planet or some nonsense. I don't know. I'm just saying maybe it's not this as great of an unknown as you would think. And what makes me think that is it's an oddity to me that no government around the world has a different story than the mainline opinion on aliens. Not one. There's not the prime minister of whereveristan that's saying, you know what, we have met with the aliens and they gave us rocket fuel or something. There's not.
You sound like Vivek Ramaswamy.
Well, I'm kidding.
I'm joking.
If he's from Uzbekistan or whatever, if he's from there, maybe. But you're
right. I mean, there's not one government coming out and saying, "Hey, look, this is what happened." But we have whistleblowers that are saying that this.
Yeah.
Brian from Tennessee. Thank you for listening, Brian from Tennessee. Appreciate it.
And for using the other chat. Thank you.
Yeah, that's cool. People are so desensitized to everything. So it wouldn't matter if aliens landed tomorrow. People care more about the Barbie movie.
Not false.
I don't disagree with that, but at the same time, I think that there's a lot of people that actually give a shit if tomorrow a whole bunch of aliens, if it did turn into Independence Day, where there's a bunch of aircraft flying over top of us and ships and aliens start coming out of them and attacking, or even if they just came down to say hi, I think it would be. I think there's a lot of people that wouldn't be desensitized to something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe. Dude, maybe for years they've been abducting people, and some of the things that we attribute to, serial killers and stuff where people just end up missing are abductions. Could be. I mean, there's a lot of people that just go missing and are never found.
I was talking to my wife the other day about aliens, and I said, what if, like, the alien women have, like, 4 boobs? And my wife goes, well, it'd be tough to motorboat them.
I don't know, it'd be that tough.
I'd figure it out.
Yeah, of course. If the alien women have 4 boobs, the American women have a real problem.
Does that count as cheating if it's with an alien?
I don't know. You don't even want to hear my real answer.
Yeah, I don't want to.
A real bad answer came to my mind. I'll leave it alone.
Save it for Odyssey. Special content.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about aliens.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have a hard time believing that we've accomplished nothing in learning about aliens in 75 years. I have a hard time with that theory.
But why are they hiding it? And apparently they're
because they're
coming out.
Because they use it for control. It can be used as a control mechanism. Aliens, if they're real, and again, that's a big if, but if aliens
are real, people are saying they're real.
That don't mean anything. How many guys have told you that they banged supermodels and they didn't? I mean, anybody can say that there's real things.
But these whistleblowers are coming out on all kind of different things, saying, they do suffer consequences for their actions by coming out and saying this kind of stuff. It's not like this guy is getting a movie deal for coming out and saying that aliens exist.
No. Here's the real reason that they would leave it alone is because they can use it. Is there anything in lore, in human lore right now, that would scare people more than aliens? I think not.
The rapture.
I don't think even that would scare people. I think even that people would just be like, well, we're going to die anyway. Let's party. I really think that. I think people would not be scared of that. I think people would be scared of an unknown entity that they know nothing about, and they know nothing of their history, and they know nothing of how they act, how they behave. Dude, you saw the movie War of the Worlds, the Tom Cruise version?
Oh, yeah.
Look at how the people went from just confident as can be to not being able to figure out what was going on in a second. I mean, as soon as those people came rumbling up from the ground, it was straight chaos. Straight chaos instead of quickly organizing and fighting it off. Aliens will cause chaos.
But my point is, I guess, is that this story is coming out that the people are actually, military people are saying, yes, they do exist. We know it. The government knows it. And nobody seems to be panicking. Nobody seems to be even bothered by it. The media's not covering it. Nobody seems to even care.
Well, that's why they're not, and that's why people aren't panicking about it, because nobody's covering it. Dude, people were panicking like the world was going to end because of the Russian dossier with Trump. Because they were saying, here it is, this is what can happen. Obviously it was lies, but that's what people were saying. And people were scared to death over it. Right? People were absolutely scared. People are scared to death. Look at how crazy people got when the Ukraine thing first started.
Yeah.
Do you know for a fact that one bomb dropped in Ukraine?
Other than what I've seen on TV.
Yeah, well, okay. You know what? I watched 1917. Doesn't mean that everything in that was true.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. You don't know. And I'm not trying to say that Ukraine didn't happen. Yeah. I'm just saying the bulk of the world doesn't know, and the only thing that teaches them that is the idiot box. And the government controls that information now. We do know that.
Nothing was mentioned that really affects people. Are you kidding? I mean, the fact that our government claims to have aliens that were crashed, and they have not only their craft, but like bodies of aliens, and that they are coming on a regular basis. And I think that would affect people if we don't know why these things are coming. Obviously, we've never been to another planet. We don't say that we've been to other planets since. I mean, they're here.
People don't think. Hell, people don't think we've been to the moon.
I don't.
You don't think that either?
No.
Are you a James Cameron guy? You think it was James Cameron?
Stage. Yeah, it's all. Yeah. Yeah. I don't believe it.
There's the aliens. They're there.
That's Biden in the special area. Yeah.
That might be two interstellar beings leaders meeting.
But this is how crazy Americans are. Like, they are crazy people. Like, there's been rumors that I've seen on TikTok, videos showing that he's an alien. That Biden is actually an alien. That one actually, and it was pretty creepy. You might be able to look it up. If you looked up Biden skin mask or something like that, I think it was on. There's a story that was out about that it wasn't actually his face. That his face kind of slid off at one point because it was just a skin mask that was on top, and his face kind of slid off.
I'm looking. Yeah, all I'm getting is fucking
porn.
No, COVID masks.
Oh, yeah. If you look up masks, that's all you're going to get.
Yeah, well, I looked up Biden's skin mask slides off, and all I'm getting is COVID masks. Maybe that's why to
throw you off.
Throw it off. Make it not as easy to find.
Now, I mean, you keep going on these conspiracies. I heard one last night. I was talking to a religious person who was talking about Dan Bongino and some stuff that he was saying, and talking about how the Chinese, I think, are growing some more grains or something like that, and all this is going to lead up to a big thing that's talked about in the Bible about a
famine or something,
cyber attack, or not. Well, there's going to be a cyber attack and another biological attack,
right?
That they're preparing for over there, so that, and then we're going to be screwed.
Well, could be,
but now
let's
we're
hope not. But let's hope not. Well, let's see.
Thank you, Chris, for not referring to us as stupid like MC did.
Why would I do that?
Well, because MC did.
What, the MC of the show?
Mike Jasaka of the show.
I don't know who that is.
Cell phone, microtechnology, optical fiber technology, stealth technology, all from alien reverse engineering. It could be.
Here's Joe Biden. That's a good one.
Where is that?
That's as close as I can get.
Y2K people were panicking. Nobody panicking about aliens.
That is true. Y2K was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I had to run the... yeah.
I was happy, though, because I made a fortune off of Y2K.
I'm sure you did with your
as
IT
a computer
stuff.
guy.
Yeah.
All the dumb people. Dude, I bet you I made $5,000 running patches on people's VCRs.
I had to stay at the radio station until Y2K turned over, till it was like...
Right.
Because they expected all the computers to die.
See? It's true.
Trump is a lizard person.
Trump's a lizard. It's true.
No, that's just from date. That's why you got to date the porn star.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got that.
That's why Stormy was willing to take less money, right?
All hail the Lizard King Biden.
There's some.
But I've talked to a couple of different people in religious things that have said, one who's a minister, I won't reveal his name, but he talked about having two prophets that he knows.
Okay.
That some major stuff is going to happen come this fall. I mean, and he's saying not only government-wise, but worldwide. Huh? And that these prophets say, watch out, this is going to be a
doozy?
Oh, yeah, this is going to be something to behold, if you will. Well, she's not real.
I like the hair on the
The hair's good.
I'm just going to leave that one up for a while. That's fantastic.
I don't understand why it's not a bigger story. And I think that the aliens are here, but I don't know. I wish somebody would come and tell us what the plan is.
Yeah. Well.
Another thing that I heard as a rumor is that Biden will not be the presidential nominee by the time this is all said and done.
Well, who will be is the real question.
Gavin Newsom is.
Gavin Newsom.
Even though he says he's not going to do it, that they're going to prop him up to do it, even if it means Kamala is going to be propped up and then fail, but Gavin Newsom is going to be the guy.
If Gavin Newsom won, we're done. We're done.
Well, I agree. I mean, you see what he's done to California. I mean,
that's what I mean. I mean, he has wrecked the most profitable state.
Need to get the flat Earth guy back on and talk about aliens and the end of times. Absolutely do.
Well, I
want to get the flat Earth guy back on, not to talk about the flat Earth, because
that won't be for YouTube.
Well, look. I know that they don't like the flat Earth stuff because that's misinformation. So if we talk about the end of times, though, and aliens are real. The government says so.
I honestly think if you're going to have Flat Earth guy back on to talk about this stuff, I'm
a special show.
I think we could do it, but we just will not do it on YouTube, because if we do it on YouTube, we will get this channel at least a strike. They'll call it a misinformation strike or a hate speech strike or something.
They just supposedly took down an unlicensed biolab controlled by a CCP doing gain-of-function stuff in California. I wouldn't doubt that.
I don't doubt it.
If the Democrats win, we're done. Amen.
No.
Flat Earth guy equals no YouTube.
That's it.
Good show. Glad you got a job. Where we hear you. Shows to be determined. So I will keep everybody posted on what's going on.
I might have to stop saying bad words, right?
Yeah, you might have to. U.S. government gave Honeywell cell phone technology back in the 50s.
Okay.
Look, I think we have gained technology from. I refuse to believe that we went to the moon and all we got was Tang and Velcro. I mean, we have technology coming from somewhere, and it's not just the Chinese.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, there's no reason not to believe it. I mean, that's always my answer to people is like, I don't believe everything. I don't believe a lot of conspiracy stuff. But I don't understand why people are so adamant about not even listening to it.
Well, the point is that most conspiracies and most rumors and stuff like that come from some grain of truth.
Yeah.
There's something that had to be there to begin with to make it become a rumor or a conspiracy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like there's just a bunch of people sitting out there going, let me write some shit down and see what I can come up with.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be a grain of truth to evolve into what we call conspiracy theories.
Well, and how do you keep yourself sharp to make informed decisions if you just hide from everything that you don't agree with? Sorry if that makes me sound anti-Chiselka, but,
Well, the problem is that the people that control the information like YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that won't let you think that way.
Yeah.
It's sad.
That's why you got to get off of those places.
What's really sad is that Twitter finally did change their app to X.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so now on my phone, it looks like I'm looking at porn.
Right.
Stop. My wife looks at the phone going, what's that X? It's porn, honey.
Yeah, it's X videos.
It's Twitter. All right, I want to thank everybody for listening tonight. We're going to wrap it up, I guess.
Yeah, good show. Quick.
Good show today. Quick, fun. Don't forget, Wednesday, Robin Swoboda will be joining us. Robin Swoboda and Tony Masaccio will be on. At some point, we'll get Bob France on the show. We have a band coming up on Monday that we're going to talk about.
Yes.
And much more. I mean, I'm going to try to get somebody from talk about issue 1 on. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. It's going to be good.
This show's going national, baby.
Yeah, that's why we're here. Bring everybody together, man.
That's right. Including the aliens.
Yes. That's what I want this show to be. Republicans, Democrats, independents, aliens.
That's right.
I wonder if they have a two-party system on planet whatever they come from.
No. Before long, they'll be our sheriffs, like in, was it California or something that said that the illegals can now be sheriffs?
All I want, if there are aliens and they come down here and they want to take over the world, that's fine. I'm sure there's different classes of people. Just make me a sex slave. That's all I want to do. Just do that. I will be in all your research and everything you want me to do. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Just laser me. Bzz, done.
I want to be a sex slave in the alien world with the women with 4 boobs.
What if it's horrible, though? What if it hurts and it's horrible and you're stuck doing that as your job?
WHK got I don't think it would be horrible. There's no way that
know.
women with, no way that women with 4 boobs and 2 vaginas is going to be horrible.
What if those vaginas have teeth?
I'm not going to say it. Nobody's going to say it. All right. Have a good night. And we'll talk to you on Wednesday with Robin Swoboda if she joins us after this show.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
See ya.